Hey guys, my name is Enrico. I'm the new winemaker at Mulderbosch Vineyards. I've been here since June of 2020, just after lockdown. We're in lockdown, and it's been an absolute privilege to be here and just to be able to be making wine for such a great brand as Mulderbosch. We've been established since 1989, and it really is a winery or a vineyard that has a reputation for excellence. Been making wine, of the highest quality wine for quite a number of years, and it's not going to stop. One of our key priorities is to be able to make the highest quality of wine for our consumers to enjoy. And if you can imagine, since 1989, just after South Africa, the wine industry was readmitted into the international fold, Mulderbosch was one of the first, and it sort of embodied everything that was positive about the wine industry at the time. We were grounded in tradition, we still are. We've got a great traditional winemaking style, but that's not to say that we love to push the boundaries, we love to experiment, we love to challenge the status quo, and that's something that I'll be very, very excited to get going as well in my tenure here. The winery itself sort of lends itself to that style, that it's not a modern winery at all. It's a winery that you as a winemaker can just let your mind go. It's full of stainless steel tanks. We've got some bigger format foedras, which are old stickvater or big barrels, 1,500 liters of those, and then we've got numerous sizes of neutral smaller formats like 500s, 300s, 225s, French oak. We experiment some different type of oak, but the experimentation is more about the maturation process and not the oaking itself. So our winery is really something that's not modern, not pulling the eye, but it lets go of the mind, and that's, as winemaker, is what you want. You want to be able to dream, to make wine in different styles and not be burdened by a very modern process that sort of just can push it in one way. The vineyards in itself, we are situated on the old Goedgeloof, on the Polkadraai road just outside of Stellenbosch, and the vineyards are about 45 hectares on a 75 hectare plot, and that's not all vineyards that we can play with. One of our key establishments is that we have long-term relationships with growers that are in the same mind frame, the same ethos as we want to grow our own grapes. Very environmentally friendly, very low impact in terms of herbicide, pesticide, fungicides. We try and use as natural product as possible, so to give the grapes the quality that needs to be able to go into the bottle, that needs to be able to be the highest quality that comes into your glass. So in terms of vineyards, it's all in and around the Mulderbosch farm. Our growers are a kilometer to the most 10 kilometers away. We've got sites on Bottleray Hills, we've got sites on the Polkadraai Hills, Stellenbosch Kloof, Helderberg, some on Stellenboschberg, and then those are for all the other labels which we'll talk about in a moment. But we've got one label that we have got a great blend of different sites that are a little bit more far-reaching, and that's the rosé, the Cabernet Sauvignon rosé. It's a wine of coastal origin, and our growers there are basically in the Swartland half and then Stellenbosch half. So the two absolute pinnacles of quality winemaking in the two regions as a fusion, the Swartland, Stellenbosch coming together, producing a beautiful rosé. The winemaking team is me and also a new recruit in Mornay Magier, ex-Lawrenceford, and I think we are going to make a brilliant team going forward. Our managing partner is Krianto Oosthuizen. He is part of a shareholding group of 5, and the rest of the partners all American. Mulderbosch belongs to a conglomerate or an investment firm called Third Leaf Partners, based in New York and offices in San Francisco. and it's a great privilege to be able to work with an international company that we know has our backs. So in terms of going forward, for me as a winemaker, the future is extremely bright, very, very optimistic, very positive about the quality that you can see in the bottle, not only already in the bottle, but also going forward, something that I'm really, really excited about. So yeah, on to some great tasting. We'll see you in a minute or two. Cheers. Mulderbosch Sparkling Rosé 2019, made entirely from Cabernet Sauvignon. This is a wine of different areas in South Africa. This is a Swartland as well as Stellenbosch blend, and some grapes coming from our farm, some grapes from some of our grow contractors, a lot from Swartland area. One of our partners there produce a lot of wine for us as well, that goes into our rosé as well as into this blend. It's a wonderful drinking wine. It's a wine that needs to encompass everything that's great about Cabernet Sauvignon, that beautiful floral aspect, but also the spice and just a little bit of that tannin on the palate as well. It's a wine that can go with anything. It picked really early, fermented, made as a white wine, but then inline carbonation gives you the bubbles in the bottle. Like I said, a great all-rounder, a great everyday wine, just a pick-me-up after a hard day, but also just a great celebratory, any occasion style of wine. Enjoy.